Hi, I hope you're doing great. Today, we will discuss a new topic that's called limits. But first of all, what is a limit? A limit is a value that a function approaches as the input gets near some value. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but let me show it to you with an example. So say you have the function 2x, and you want to find the limit of that function as x approaches 2. So in simpler words, what you must do is find the value that 2x will yield once x gets near to 2 or it is 2. So simply substitute that x for your 2, and then that will give you 4. So the limit of 2x as x approaches 2 is 4. Really simple, right? Now, what if you only have a number and you don't have that x in there? So simply what you must do is write the number. And that's it. It doesn't matter what limit the x of what, your answer will be 3. Really simple, right? Now, the limit of 3x squared plus 2 as x approaches 3 is simply the same thing as before, substituting the x for 3. So 3 times 3 squared plus 2, that will give you 29. Now, what if you have something a little bit different? Say you have the function x to the third power minus 1 over x minus 1. And you want to find the limit of it as x approaches 1. So simply, the first step is to substitute the x for 1. So here your answer will be 1 to the third power minus 1 over 1 minus 1. That will be 0 over 0. However, 0 over 0 is undefined. So your answer cannot be undefined, right? So then, what you could do here is this really simple process, which is like a numerical approach. It's a table. Simply write those numbers that are really near to that number that x approaches to, in this case 1. So for example, 0.99 or 0.999 or 1.001, 1.01. The idea is to write those numbers that are near from the left and from the right, and substitute them into your function, and then write what this f of x will be equal to. So in this case, these numbers are 2.97, 2.997, and in the right side, 3.003, 3.030. So notice how all those numbers are getting slightly near to one value, and that value is 3. So the limit as x approaches 1 of x to the third power minus 1 over x minus 1 is 3. This is quite a long process, and there is an even easier process that requires algebra, and that's what I will teach you right now. So say you have the limit of x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 as x approaches 1. For that, we can start by doing the same process as before, which is substituting your 1 into every x that you might encounter in your function. So that will be 1 squared minus 1 over 1 minus 1, which gives us 0 over 0. Again, 0 over 0 is undefined, and your answer cannot be undefined. So, for answering this question, this limit, you require some strategies. Those strategies will be taught in the next video. However, let me show you a little bit of what you might encounter later. So one of these strategies is factoring. So again, you have the limit of x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 as x approaches 1. And something you can do is factor out this numerator. If you notice, this is a difference of square. So then its factorization will be x minus 1 times x plus 1, and then that will be over the same denominator. Then notice something really important here. You can cancel out this x minus 1, which is in the numerator and in the denominator. So cancel those things out, and then it will be the limit of x plus 1 as x approaches 1. And that is something that we can solve already. So simply substitute that 1 into that x, and the answer will give you a number 2. And that is the answer to that limit.